Roll the corn. We know the truth now. Peace to my beautiful people from this beautiful land. I love you and I'm in love with you. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Put where you're from and put the corn in the chat. Carmike, Memphis, what up? Tyson, Detroit, what up? Roll the corn. Grand Rapids, Michigan, roll the corn. Marcus. Duval, ducked off 89. Follow ducked off 89, roll the corn. Jay Slate, what up? Queen Arset, what's up? Hit the like button, hit the share button, put the corn in the chat, put where you're from in the chat. Florida, Carmike. Choctaw Love, roll the corn. Jay Slate, what's up, brother? OG Bobby Johnson, North Click. What up? Casey Macon, what's up, bro? Colorado in the building. Benjamin Zeus, what up? Tyson Worthy, Soul Sear, love you and I'm in love with you. Roll the corn, Casey Macon. FW Jury, Mississippi. I'm sorry, I know I sound like Glorilla sometimes. Jury. It's just Mississippi shit. I'm sorry. Roll the corn. Chief of the land, what up? Make dreams count, Mikey. Roll the corn. I know I be talking like Glorilla sometimes. I'm sorry, man. I can't help it. It's that jury, man. Roll the corn. Top, what up? Now, this ain't going to be no long live today, right? But I'm gonna touch on some stuff I'm studying. It's just some stuff I'm studying, and I ain't through studying it yet. Now, Adolf Hitler. I'm sorry. Abraham Lincoln. I'm sorry. Abraham Lincoln, he knew about giants buried in these mounds, ancient culture of America, buried in these mounds all over America. The eyes of that species of extinct giant, which is not extinct, but these are just melanated ancient people who was in America that they was digging up, and they knew they was there because of their sheer size. These are ancient people buried in mounds of America. The eyes of that species of extinct giant, he says, whose bones fill the mounds of America, have gazed on the Niagara, when you talking about the Niagara Falls, as our eyes do now. So these people knew that they was digging up ancient melanated Egyptian-style people in America. They knew about it. They wrote about it. And what you must understand is the government had to figure out a way to hide the ancient history of America, right? Let me say that again. The government had to figure out a way to hide the ancient history of America. So they sat down, the government sat down, and they was like, okay, we're going to do Civil War monuments on top of them. We're going to do schools on top of them. We're going to do national parks, state parks, federal parks, military parks. We have to hide the ancient culture of America because the ancient culture of America shows melanated people whose land this really is, people. See, we talk about a lot of new shit, right? We talk about a lot of new shit after our culture had already been buried, right? So about a middle 1800s, our culture was damn near gone, right? By 1850, they had buried everything. Everything was on top of everything. They had rebuilt everything, reshaped it, replastered the outside. They done went over everything around the world, right? And there are monumental spots in America that were so huge, they had to use certain things to put it there and act like it was their history, right? So if you get a big ass mound sitting right there in the middle of town, you got to find something to cover that motherfucker up. Right? You got to come up with some ideas. What we gonna put there? A school, a park, a baseball field? Something must go there. Right? So you must understand that they are hiding things. Now, Abraham Lincoln knew that giants, melanated people, that was 5,000 or 6,000 years old buried in these mounds. He knew it. So when he ended up getting assassinated, let me show y'all where they buried him at. Let me show y'all where they buried Abraham Lincoln in Springfield, Illinois. That ain't his burial. They just put his ass up in there. Let's keep going. Roll the call. This is the real history of America. Now, this is the bottom half of the mound, right? This is the bottom half of the mound. Now, he was buried here first. He was buried here first, right? And people said they was going to try to steal his body out of the bottom of the mound. So they built him a whole new monument on top of the mound, right? Now, this is not no white man's burial. This was already there. It was already there going into the mound. Let's keep going. This is what the Freemasons do, right? Let's go here. Now, Lincoln's body would be almost 10 years before a permanent tomb would appear on the hill above, right? They built another tomb on top, right? This mound was in a cemetery, right? In a cemetery. Huge mound. Now, let me show y'all some pictures of it. Here go the top of it, where they built his new tomb. This is the top of it where they built this new tomb, right? And here's the bottom. They go to the bottom right there. That's where he was buried first. They tried to break in there. Then they put him a new tomb on top of the mound. But this is the ancient mound. Now, we know the truth now. How you know there was a mound with some people buried up in there? Because I got the receipt, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Roll the call. I got the receipt. Let's go here. Roll the coin. Now, this is what they're talking about. Cahokia Mounds. Partly in St. Clair and partly in Madison County. Just north of East St. Louis. For a state park. Now look at the top. Right? They know there are mound preservations they have to take care of. In Cahokia, in Springfield, Illinois, they made a state park where the mound was at. Right? You see it? Look at the top. They purchased the land, preservation of world-famous Cahokia Mounds region, partly in St. Clair, partly in Madison County, just north or east of St. Louis. For another state park has been made in Springfield, Illinois. State park on mounds, right? State park, mounds, Springfield. Let's keep going. Where in the hell is Lincoln's tomb? State Park. Lincoln, state historic site, State Park, right where the mound at. You have to figure out what to do with these mounds. So when Lincoln died, they put his ass in the mound and made it a monument as if it was for him. No. The mound was already there. I already had a whole stone face on it. Y'all stuck him up in there, buried his head to the west like he an Egyptian, and buried the man like he one of us. Roll the card. They buried his ass, right? Lincoln's body positioned with his head facing the west. Why is his head facing the west? For the sunset, right? You face the dead's head to the west for the sunset. They buried Lincoln like a damn Egyptian in a mound of our people in Illinois. Roll the corn. Now, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's read the rest of it. Right? Now they're talking about mounds. University of Illinois. Mounds, scientific, these mounds were built by human hands. Mound builders as a race that gave itself a mystic site of worship and used these mounds, temples. So they knew it was mounds all over St. Louis and Illinois that they had to use to put something there to hide the mound. The University of Illinois alumni was funding some of this stuff, right? Excavations in the summer of these mounds, right? They already went through the mounds and found the bodies and the artifacts. Roll the coin. Let's go here. Watch this right here. All through the Yucatan and Peru, the relics found tally with those unearthed in the Mississippi Valley. Read that again. All through Yucatan and Peru, the relics found tally with those unearthed in the Mississippi Valley. And it has been argued from this that the ancestors of these people were of Asiatic origin. The mound builders may, in fact, have been descendants of the ancient Phoenicians. Did I tell y'all the Phoenicians come from here? As the pottery of the two, which have been compared, is similar. Vases, jars of stone, and masks of human faces all testify to a knowledge of a sculptor's art. The work of some of the small flint implements invites a high degree of skill, people. Instruments wonder at the skull of the makers. So these mound builders wasn't just no damn Native Americans. These people were the same bloodline as the Phoenician. There you go right there, I told y'all. What is the Phoenician speaking? Hebrew. So whenever somebody get to talking about we ain't got no ancient culture in America and all of that, you a damn lie, because the mound builders are the same bloodline as the Phoenician, which spoke Hebrew, which built the whole Mediterranean Sea. So these ain't no natives. These ain't no hunter-gatherers buried in them mounds. Them our people. Roll the corn. Them our people. Let me see if I got that receipt. Roll the corn. This is a Phoenician, people. This is a damn Phoenician. These melanated people. Why ain't talking about mound builders in America the same as Phoenicians. You see where I'm going with this? We've been here so long, it was a whole nother culture when we was here. These people speak Hebrew, people. So all that acting like our people ain't speak no Hebrew on this land is a goddamn lie. Roll the corn. That's the biggest lie ever told. Hold on. Just to show y'all what I'm talking about. Hold on. Them people knew this now. They knew this. Okay. Phoenician and Hebrew languages are very, very similar. You can tell that those languages came from the same language barrier, right? Almost identical. Hebrew, Phoenicians. Let's go back. Phoenicians. The Mississippi Valley. The mound builders may in fact have been descendants of the ancient Phoenicians in the Mississippi Valley. This is where the Phoenician come from, the Mississippi Valley. Don't come from no damn Tyree or that city over there they built. We went over there and built that shit. Roll the corn. The Hebrew come from here. Like I've been telling y'all the whole damn time. Roll the corn. Hold on, let me show y'all something. We know the truth now. Hold on. Let me show y'all something. Now that we know what kind of people was in them damn mounds, that bloodline became the American melanated Indian people. That ancient bloodline of those Hebrew mound builders are our ancestors, people. It's just that simple. We ain't gonna make this shit hard. We're not gonna do all this old talking and dialect and making out. We just gonna go from mounds. Them people had a Hebrew dialect. And these are our ancestors in Southeast America. Because these people come from the Mississippi, from Louisiana, Gulf of Mexico, down to up to the Mississippi River, all through the Mississippi River, right? Their stories about a creation story on the Mississippi River, right? Ain't no Africa nowhere in the teaching. These people are smarter than Africans. These people create agriculture and astrology before Africa ever had it, people. These people over here are the geniuses of the planet. Before Samaria ever had a fertile crescent, we had already rolled corn all down the Mississippi River. Had boats, astrology, spirituality, all of this shit before anything major was built in the Middle East and Africa. And we got the proof. Rain Law. Because we got the oldest Kemet, right? We got the oldest plows. This is the land of the plow. Roll the corn. Yes, I can prove it. Yes, I can prove it. Eve Rain. I see you in the comments trying to be smart, but yes, I can prove it. Hell yeah, I can prove it. 3 times over. We got mounds in Louisiana aligned with stars, 11,000 years old. Ain't no Egypt, ain't no Samaria when that was getting done. They right on LSU campus, right on the Mississippi River, 2 times older than Egypt. Now go get your Google out and get you a calculator and start doing some basic math. Go get you a calculator and do a little math, ma'am. And you will see how old and what's going on, right? Now, let me show y'all something. Old newspaper clipping. What the hell is this? What is this? The Freeman, the colored newspaper. What the hell? The Freeman, the colored newspaper. You see that? Let's zoom in on this. What the hell going on? And Ethiopia shall stretch from her hand. What the fuck? Ethiopia shall stretch from her hand. What is this? Hold on, my damn, I got to plug my whole phone up. Shit going haywire. What the hell y'all talking about? Ain't no buildings like that in Ethiopia. Ain't no building like that in Ethiopia. That's some U.S. shit. With the shell. Whoa. The old newspaper got that heat. The old newspaper got that heat. That's why I go through them every 2 days. I'm on their ass. I'm on your ass. Why we got a melanated newspaper talking about Ethiopia? Let me show y'all something before I keep going. Hold on. Just to match up what I'm trying to get at, I got to show you something else. Got to give you the whole picture so you can understand the whole, what the hell is going on. Ethiopia, Kushites, Ethiopia and Georgia. Hold on. Now, on the old map of the Garden of Eden, Ethiopia is in Georgia. You see the Georgia-Florida line? Ethiopia. I'm finna go back, car maker. We finna get to the bottom of this shit. What is going on? Y'all calling Georgia Ethiopia with the Garden of Eden with the Chattahoochee River. Then I found a newspaper. In 1911, yes, it got Indianapolis on there, but the newspaper was made by some type of melanated people because it got the Freeman on there. So, what is this symbolism with these Americans? You see the column building right there. You see the column building and you see the Capitol. And Ethiopia shall stretch from her hand. Let me look this shit up. Damn, my laptop dead. God damn, roll the corn. Hold on. We got to look this up. We got to look this up live. God damn, roll the corn. Hold on. We got to look this up. We got to look this up live. Put the corn in the chat. Where is my charger? Roll the corn. We got to see what's going on with this. Something ain't right. Somebody go Google it and see where they come from, because something ain't right. I ain't charged my laptop up. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. My bad. I've been doing a whole bunch of running around. I'm sorry. But and Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hand. Now, let's go look at the rest of it. You go to the middle part. Look at the buildings. Look at the buildings, people. This ain't no Africa. Why they talk about Ethiopia with these damn American buildings? Ethiopia ain't got no building like that, no 1911 and 12. They go to year of the paper right there, ma'am, 1911, 1912. Let's go look at the other side. All these damn American buildings. Come on now. That's crazy. Let's go back over here. Hold on, let me get my laptop to come on. Hold on, because we got to get to the bottom of this. I say the whole lecture for this, because I got to see what's going on with this. Now, the freemen. Look at the buildings. Look at the Capitol style buildings right there. Right there. This ain't text. Look at the look at the now look at this window. Look at the symbolism.
Feedback is ready. Connecting to ATTBCK4AD. Signing in.
Now hold on. Let's go see who wrote this. Who newspaper this is first. Let's go check this out. Okay. And Ethiopia, let's look that up first. And Ethiopia shall stretch forth. It popped right up. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh my God. I'm scared to show y'all this shit. I'm scared to show it to you. Y'all might just go and run up in the Capitol building. Y'all ready? Let me ask y'all a question, bro. Is y'all ready to go taking our shit back, bro? Cause I'm finished. Is y'all ready, bro? Where can we meet up here, bro? This shit is out of control. I'm tired. Ethiopia shall stretch forth. This shit is crazy. I got to show it to you live, bro. Look what this say, bro. Let me put this a little closer so y'all can read this. Ethiopia shall stretch forth his hand, right? Is a reference to the Bible, which prophesies that the nation of Ethiopia, historically known as Kush, will stretch out his hands to God in worship and submission. As a prophecy of Ethiopia's early adoption of Christianity, people. Oh my gosh. The phrase appears in Psalm 68:31, bro. The Ethiopian eunuch, a central figure story. The first Christian emperor in the world was Ethiopian Emperor Negus Nagasti Azana, who reigned in the 4th century AD, making it the first nation in the world to put the crucifix on its coins. Now, this shit is deep. This shit is deep. I got so much to. Some interpretations emphasize the phrase of a symbol of prayer, worship, or spread of faith to all corners of the world. Others see it as a historical and prophetic statement about Ethiopia's place in God's plan. Ethiopia's place in God's plan. Dive deeper, AI. Shit. Help me out, because this crazy. Princess shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out of her hands unto God. The princess shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall stretch out her hands unto God. The verse is widely interpreted as a prophecy that extends God's sovereignty beyond Israel to include the Gentile nations, suggesting a future time when people from even the most distant lands will come to worship and submit to God. These people are literally. The act of stretching out your hands unto God is a gesture of supplication, prayer, and worship. It symbolizes posture of humility and surrender. So they're trying to say our people surrender to Christianity. Egypt and Ethiopia are Kush. Both nations are used to represent the broader world beyond Israel. Oh my goodness. This is funny. Their inclusion signifies that all people, not just Israelites, will even eventually acknowledge and submit to God's authority. For Christians, the verse is seen as a prophetic precursor to spread the gospel of the end of the earth, and theme reinforced the New Testament. Humility and redemption. The verse offers hope that even nations of people historically seen as hostile or distant from God will seek and find redemption. The prophecy's fulfillment is often cited in the conversion of the Ethiopian eunuch in the New Testament. This event where Philip baptizes the Ethiopian official is viewed as an early demonstration that the gospel message was meant for all nations, including those represented by Ethiopia. Now we see what that means. Okay, let's go back to that. And Ethiopia shall stretch forth her hand. Now, biblically, this shit is deep. Hold on, let me get back in the frame. It's deep. Now, why is this in America? In the Bible, they talking about Kush in Ethiopia over there in Africa. Right? Am I tripping or am I not? Put some coin in the chat if y'all see what I'm talking about. This is an African story in the Bible. Why is it over here? Talking about turning our people into Christians. Because this the promised land, people. That's why they got this shit up there. That's why it's up there. You get it now? I hope you just learned a whole lot. They talking about biblically. They talking about here. We are Ethiopia. The melanated people. Ethiopia is Kush. We the damn Kushites. My God. Ethiopia is Kush and Egypt in the Bible, people. This is crazy. Y'all ready to go get our shit back? All y'all ready to go get the shit back? I can't explain. I can't teach no more. Look what I'm showing you. It said the princess, whatever, what did it just say? Hold on. I don't want my phone to go dead. I got to charge that up too. It said the princess of Egypt. Where is their receipt, bro? The princess shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto God and take on Christianity, people. Egypt and Ethiopia are Kush. Both nations represent the broader world beyond Israel. It signifies that all people, not just the Israelites, will eventually acknowledge and submit to God's authority. So what they are telling you, our people are submitting to their religion. Oh my God. This is crazy, bro. Now, that's why I showed y'all this before I even got started. That's why I showed you this before I even got started. Because I want you to see that these people were calling the South Ethiopia. Right there. Don't think this a reach, bro. I got the cereal and the milk. It all go together. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got to get more info on this because the symbolism in this verse is multifaceted. Get this shit off my screen. First, the coming of princess out of Egypt and stretches the hands of Ethiopia can be seen as symbolic foreshadowing of the spread of the gospel from the Gentiles. This verse carries echoes of Great Commission given to a Christian Jesus to his disciples to go and make disciples out of all nations. Secondly, Egypt and Ethiopia to God's authority symbolize the universal sovereignty of God. It demonstrates that no nation or people is beyond the reach of God's saving grace. We didn't want the God's saving grace. This aligns with the broader biblical theme, God's desire for all people to be saved and come to the knowledge of Christianity. Stretching out her hands unto God conveys a sense of longing, reaching out, or surrender of a people. It speaks to a posture of humility, submission before the Almighty God in Christianity. This imagery reflects the universal human needs for redemption and yearning for connection with a theological divine God. Okay, now I get it. Gotcha. Now, this is what's going on. This is what I think is what's going on right here, y'all. This is what I think what's going on. Do people know that these people are the people that built Kush? These people, this bloodline of people that built Egypt. The first Ethiopia was over here. It was here. The first Ethiopia was over here. The kingdom of Kush was over here. They even talk about Ethiopia's Kush and Egypt. Kush and Egypt beside each other in the Bible. So could the Mississippi area be Egypt? And the Georgia area be Ethiopia? Interesting. That's something to think about. Could the Mississippi River be the Egypt, the original Egypt, and the Georgia area be the original Ethiopia? Because on that map, it got Ethiopia on Georgia, which is Kush. This shows that our people were turned into Christians because we stuck our hand out and accepted their religion. Right? Look at the melanated man building something, people. Look at him building with a hammer. What is he building? Is he building these structures? Is it showing you that our people were building these structures and they came over here and turned this into some bullshit? Look at our people building structures. Look at the paintbrush, right? Hold on. Look at the arts, the paintbrush. Stuff like that, like look at the buildings. Look, man. The arts of our people. Look at the seashell in the background. The seashell, nature. By us stretching forth our hand, we accept Christianity. That's what they trying to say. We were the builders of America. Look at the people out there in the field. Some type of, look at that. This shit is crazy, bro. I gotta look at all of it and I didn't blow it up right because I don't see what's in her hand. Let's go back. Now, hold on. Now, somebody said something in the chat about the fourth, about that. Hold on. And Ethiopia shall stretch forth their hand. Is that associated? Hold on. I gotta find this out. It has been used as a powerful symbol in African American philosophy and religious thought, particularly for themes of emancipation and redemption. The verse, "Princess shall come out of Egypt, Ethiopia shall soon stretch her hand out unto God," was used by people of African American descent to express the struggle for freedom and hope for a better future. Hold on. I'm trying to find that key piece I'm looking for. But the verse also served as a spiritual backbone for the civil rights movement and called for a separate black identity. Now look at this, y'all. Hold on. Look at this. Now look at this statue in Washington, D.C. with that same theme on it, right? Look. Look at the headdress. Look at the Egyptian-style headdress now. Now look what it say. Meta Vox Warwick Fuller, Ethiopia, 1921. The National Museum of African American History and Culture. What the heck? Ethiopia or Ethiopia Awakens. This is a statue, Ethiopia Awakens. It got that same phrase on the... Oh man, this shit is bad. Americans are Negro lineage. Do you see this shit? Ethiopia, a symbolic status of the emancipation of the Negro race. Why is it called Ethiopia though? Man, we finna tear this motherfucker down, bro. I don't even want to read no more today, bro. This shit bothers me to a whole nother. This shit bothers my spirit, bro. Why American Negro lineage? Hold on, let me show it to y'all one more time. I'm getting kind of emotional because this shit crazy. Look, why y'all got American Negro lineage? Ethiopia, a symbolic statue of the emancipation of the Negro race. What the hell Ethiopia got to do with that? Let me see, can I blow this shit up? In the making of America, the part played the African group of tremendous Negro labor and slavery and freedom. I gotta blow this up, because this ain't making no damn sense, bro. Because Ethiopia ain't got nothing to do with slavery in America. What the fuck is y'all talking about? You hunter-gatherers hiding something, bro. Americans of Negro lineage in Ethiopia. That shit don't go together. That's all in water. Only way it go together if this is Kush and y'all motherfuckers know it. That's the only way it go together, bro. That's the only way it go together. Now, what if these people knew that the American Negro, the mound building culture, was the same people in Kush and the same people in Egypt, their ancestors. And they came right back over here, and now they on here talking about the American Negro lineage Ethiopian. What if? Think about this shit now. What if they already knew this was the original land? And Africa just was the second coming of us going over there building it. What if they already knew that? Now they're talking about the Negro lineage of Ethiopia. How is Ethiopian lineage in American freedmen? You hunter-gatherers, bro. That's our bloodline. That is our bloodline, bro. The Kushite and the Egyptian is our blood. Them first people to hit the Nile was our bloodline. And these fucking hunter-gatherers know it, bro. And they steady over here playing, putting fucking statues in Washington, D.C. talking about some the African-American lineage with an Egyptian headdress on. They paying $10 to go in there and see this. I thought this wasn't American. Look how she dressed. Bro, that's a straight Kushite. Let's go to the part that, look at this. Look at the headdress, bro. My computer about to die too. I don't even give a damn. Look at this, bro. The Bible, it was the Bible that inspired today's sculpture of the Ethiopian taking Christianity in America. These biblical people making statues. You hunter-gatherers. Look. Maquette for Ethiopia in Massachusetts Museum. Where are y'all finding this stuff at? Where does this come from, bro? I have never seen this statue a day in my life. Y'all digging this shit up out the ground around here, bro. Ain't no way y'all got these statues talking about some American lineage. Ain't no way I'd have missed it all these years. I have never seen these. And y'all think I'm bullshit? Look what it say. Americans of Negro lineage. Man, we got to go up there and tear some shit up, bro. We got to start tearing some shit up. I ain't even teaching no more today. What I got? 10 minutes? I'm going to get out of here in 10 minutes, bro. Listen, bro. We got to start shaking some leaves and some trees, bro. Ain't no fucking way y'all got American lineage. I got to do a whole TikTok about this. This crazy. I just found this out live with y'all. I had the newspaper clipping from last night, but I ain't know it was going to get that deep. How the hell y'all got statues of melanated people talking about Ethiopia, but they got American lineage or bloodline? That don't make no fucking sense unless we are the Kushites. That's the only way it makes sense. Because in the Bible, y'all talk about giving Christianity to Ethiopia and Egypt, which are Kushites. I have never seen no statue or heard or nothing like that in my entire, and I've been researching and looking through museums. I have never heard of that, bro. That's crazy. That just lets us know it is so much more for us to learn, bro. It's so much. Our whole existence is hidden. And white people put our statues in museums and go look at them, and we don't never know they're there, bro. We don't never know they're there. We just ride right by the museum. This shit really hurt. Y'all put it right in our face and laugh at us, bro. Put it right in y'all. These are two different statues. One in D.C. and one in Massachusetts, bro. Did these come out of mounds or archaeological sites in America? Melanated woman with an Egyptian headdress on, bro. Still brown, still copper colored. Don't die yet, computer. Hold on. Let me show them that again. She's still copper. What the hell? Let me zoom in. We know the truth now. That's crazy work right there, bro. I love y'all. I'm in love with you. I got to go do some more studying today. I got some stuff to do, man, but I got to get to the bottom. Where are these statues coming from, bro? That's the first thing I got to find out. Where is this coming from? Did these come from America or Africa? Where does the lie y'all gonna tell, bro? Because y'all ain't saying where they come from. Y'all just saying, Marquette for Ethiopia. That's all y'all say. A graceful gesture. Marquette for Ethiopia. That's all y'all say. A graceful gesture. Serves as a fair announced the birth of Harlem Renaissance. Hold on, bro. I got to go find out where he from. I'm going to find it, y'all. Y'all know I'm on it. I'm going to have it by tomorrow. Don't even worry about it. I'm going to have the whole lowdown by tomorrow. I'm going to find out who made these, what they talking about, where it come from. I need all of that, bro. 1921? Yeah, we need to find out where this come from. Now, what's interesting about this is, look at the lines in the headdress. Egypt lines go straight down, right? Ours went to the side. Look at the headdress. The pre-dynastic early people had these type of lines in the headdress. That's fire, bro. It is fire. And we gonna check this out, man. But I love y'all. I'm in love with you. Y'all have a good day. Subscribe to my YouTube if you missed the first part of this live. This is crazy, but we're gonna check this out. I'm gonna get on this. Y'all talking about putting Christianity on the people way over here in America. And some ain't right. Y'all got it in the newspapers. That's wild. That's wild. That's my cash out right there. We know the truth now with the red logo. Appreciate you, Neptune. I just want to know that are these people talking about, is there a connection to us in Ethiopia and Kush and the Bible that shows that these people are talking about us the whole time? And I already showed y'all the Hitler one yesterday, where he said the people in America are jewels of God. The real jewels of God, that's where Jew come from. Fire. Love y'all, I'm in love with you, man. Y'all have a good day, man. Galileo at the gun. We know the truth now.